I sometimes wonder, I ask myself the question, is there any value or otherwise any benefits to not forgiving myself? All righty. Hope you enjoyed that little tune. My name's David Mays, your host for this edition of A Confident Life, a program where we talk about live, how to live more confidently. To be more self-assured, comfortable in our own skin, things like that. Being more productive, more loving, whatever. Just whatever that means by the word confidence or being confident. I like to say being competent, capable, and clear, and not necessarily in that order. Okay. This is kind of a short video, what I sometimes call an ACL check-in, ACL being A Confident Life. And it's just kind of checking in with some stuff, where I'm at in my own journey and learning how to do this. It's really no accident in doing these videos. I'm kind of teaching what I want to learn. And one of the things I'm learning, and I'll share with you, comes out of this book called Feel Good Productivity by Ali Abdaal. I actually did a review on this in my previous video. And again, find an interesting book, finding a lot of good information. Some of it's a little challenging, but at the same time, it's like there's something important here. I need to pay attention. And one of the things I've been, thinking about what I learned reading this book. It's on page 175, and he talks about what he calls an experiment. Abdaal talks about an experiment about forgiving yourself, about the importance of forgiving ourselves. He goes on in this little section talking about a college professor working with some students, Carleton University, Dr. Michael Wohl, Wohl, back in 2010 at a college in Ottawa, Canada. I think it's Ontario. But talk about, working with students, being a teacher, and working with students, kind of learning some things about how, the students treat themselves. They're all dealing with their procrastination, other stuff like that. But he's finding, this Dr. Wohl was finding that a lot of times the issue wasn't procrastination, as how the people felt about procrastinating and how they were kind of, beat up on themselves, in some way or another, about because they didn't do something they planned to do, and kind of just chastise themselves, and do whatever. And I do that myself. I don't verbally, I don't mentally speaking verbally abuse myself. Oh, like David, you're bad. No, I don't do that, but I do have these feelings, which if I were to give them a voice, would be a kind of, I don't trust myself. I said I would do this thing and I didn't. Now I don't trust myself. And now I'm got this thing where I'm pushing. Go, come do it. Well, of course, there's a part of me that doesn't like being pushed. I mean, I sometimes describe it that in some way I'm unintentionally, unconsciously treating myself the way I felt treated. Whether I was literally treated that way or not, I felt treated. Again, I'm trying to be pushed. And of course, here I'm pushing back. So I got this thing going on. So the lesson for me in learning how to be more productive, feel good about is, give myself some slack. I got, I'm busy. I got stuff to do. And there are times when maybe I want to be doing one of these videos, and kind of, I'm pushing myself to do it, but there's another part that said, I honestly need to take a break. It's past my bedtime, things like that. And so again, it's being more compassionate with myself, being more forgiving. I mean, I'm not saying, oh, just don't bother. We won't, forget about it. No, I do want to do these things. But again, it's learning how to work with myself to do that. There's several teachers that I like. They talk about things they do every day, kind of routines they go through. One, the alarm goes off and they get up out of bed and just go, start their exercise program or things like that. Well, so, the times I've tried to do that, I definitely feel some very strong resistance. And while there's some wisdom there about, okay, get up, get moving, what I don't want to do is to, kind of go the opposite extreme. Here I am in bed, all full, warm and, under the covers, all comfortable. And the way my body works, the way my brain works is I'm not sure it even works for me to try and jump out of bed like that. I think I'm experimenting, seeing how my body works. That for me, it actually works better if I can just lay in bed for a little while, kind of transitioning from, being asleep to awake, and just be okay about it. Again, there's that trust issue. So, no, I better get up and get moving, or else I can't trust myself to do anything. Well, at some point, the answer may be to just trust myself anyway and trust the process. And rather than trying to jump out of bed, again, I remember as a kid, being told I gotta get up and go to school. And it's like I don't want to get up, and then still, brain's still trying to process that experience. But in the present moment, I be compassionate with myself. Yes, there's some wisdom there about getting up and doing some things. But how I encourage myself to do that, that's very important. Do it in a way that's, respectful. Again, forgive myself both for maybe procrastinating about getting out of bed, but forgive myself for pushing real hard. And if some low time tell us that there's something wrong because I don't do this. Again, self-compassion. Gotta be nice to myself. Respect myself. And it's a lesson I'm learning. Again, listening to reading these books, listening to various people, usually on YouTube videos. I'm hearing what they're saying, and there's wisdom there. And part of my own work is learning how to take what they're saying and make it, work, use it in a way that works for me. Again, my own sleep pattern is a little weird anyway because my current job has me working at night as a medical technician. So I can't kind of do things backwards anyway. So out of necessity, I'm actually sleeping during the day. And that right there kind of sets up some dynamics about how my body works. And learning, paying attention to myself, learning how to work with what I have here with the intention that good will come from that. And part of the way getting that good, again, self-respect, self-forgiveness, listening to my body, listening to that, inner child, that pissed off 6-year-old and letting him know that he is loved and heard. And, still working on it. Like I said, still exploring. Again, Dr. Abel talks about, experimenting. So I'm experimenting, exploring some things, and really figure out what works for me. Because again, I'm trying to sort through some stuff. What happened, was a 5 or 6-year-old, and that stuff's still playing in the back of my head. But as a mature, relatively speaking, mature adult who's more aware of what's going on, has a stronger sense of autonomy, of being able to get a sense of what I'm needing to do, what I want to do. I am, like I said, exploring, trying some things with the goal of just plain feeling more comfortable in my own skin. Yeah. Ali Bell talks about in this book, feel good productivity. about the importance of, we can try and feel, if you want to do something, try and feel good before you do it. Makes sense. And some other books I've been reading. These are a couple I like here. Easiosity and the Type Z Guide to Success. Probably do some sort of book review on them soon. There's stuff in there that mirrors what's in this book, Elliot Dale's book, and stuff I've heard elsewhere. So I am, as part of my own work, like I said, teaching what I need to learn and experimenting, trying some different things. Can be a little rough at times. Still kind of sets a direction, which way I want to do with this, but at the same time, just feeling better about the situation I find myself in, more confident, more self-respectful, things like that. Better able to trust myself, and better able to just trust the universe, trust life, trust the process. So that's what I'm doing. If any of you all watching this, you got any comments, anything you want to share, be sure to leave something down in the comments below. Got some more plans for this program, got some ideas, and we talk about it later, of course, acting on. Again, as part of a larger process of expressing myself, being more comfortable myself, more confident, and like I said, teaching what I need to learn in the process. Hopefully I can share with y'all some things which are, hopefully informative, entertaining, and inspiring. So with that, let's go ahead and bring this to a close. Again, thank you for watching, listening in. Be sure to, like and subscribe, leave comments down below, things like that. And other than that, we'll talk to you soon.